Turn to page 7 of the prayer book, please. In the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha in the Buddha's Dharma and Sangha, until enlightened I seek refuge, through merit from giving and the rest. To aid all may I become Buddha. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from bias, attachment, and hatred. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. To the founder, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the one gone beyond, the foe destroyer, the completely perfected, fully awakened being, perfect in knowledge and in good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of human beings to be tamed, teacher of gods and human beings. To you, the completely and fully awakened one, the endowed, transcendent destroyer, the glorious conqueror, the subduer, the Shakya clan, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. When, O supreme among humans, you were born on this earth, you paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you who are wise then, I prostrate. With pure bodies, form supremely pure, wisdom ocean like a golden mountain, fame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Lord, to you I prostrate. With the supreme signs, face like spotless moon, color like gold, to you I prostrate. Dust free like you, the 3 worlds are not. Incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the founder having all understanding, the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, to one gone to thusness I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, the virtue that frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, to the Dharma that pacifies I prostrate. Those who are liberated and also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations, who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Homage to the Supreme Buddha, homage to the Dharma refuge, homage to the great Sangha, to all 3 ever devout homage. To all worthy of respect, bowing with bodies as many as all realms, atoms, and all aspects, with supreme faith I pay homage. Do not commit any non-virtuous actions, perform only perfect virtuous actions, subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a mirage, the flame of a lamp, an illusion, a drop of dew or a bubble, a dream, a flash, a lightning, a cloud. See conditioned things as such. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death. From Tushita's hundreds of God's protector's heart, to tip of this fresh, pure, white heap, girt like cloud, O Lobsang Drakpa, Dharma's omniscient king, pray come to this place with your disciples. In space ahead, on lion throne, lotus and moon, venerable Guru, smile brightly Pray stay hundreds of eons to spread doctrine as supreme merit. Feel for my mind of faith. Your wisdom mind sees full range of knowables. Your eloquent speech adorns fortunate ears. Your beauteous body, fame, glory, outstanding. Homage to you, worthwhile to think of, hear and see. Pleasant offerings of water, various flowers, fragrant incense, light perfume, and so on. Oceans of offerings set out and envisioned, offered up to you, supreme field of merit, non-virtue committed with body, speech, and mind, which I have heaped up since beginningless time, especially what had contradicted three vows. Each I confess from my heart with strong regret. In time of strife you strove to learn and practice, shunned ain't mundane concerns, made life essential. O protector from depths of our hearts, we rejoice in your powerful great deeds. Venerable gurus from love and wisdom, clouds densely massed in your Dharmakaya sky, pray loose a rain of vast profound Dharma on fields of disciples just as needed. May whatever virtue that I've here gathered bring benefit to all beings and doctrine, and may it make venerable Tsongkhpa's essential teachings specially shine forever. Migmet se wei te chen chen rei zig, three make him pei wang po jam pel yang, du pung ma lu jom se san wei dang, gang chen ke pe su gen Tsongkhapa, lob san tra pe zab la so wa de. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus on my crown, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments of body, speech, and mind. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness. Bestow attainments common and supreme. O glorious and precious root guru, pray take seat of lotus at my heart, caring for me with your great kindness, until supreme awakening remains steadfast. Homage to the exalted three jewels. Thus have I heard at one time the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha on Vulture Mountain, together with a great assembly of monks and a great assembly of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One was absorbed in the concentration of the countless aspects of phenomenon called profound illumination. At that very time, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, was looking perfectly at the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, perfectly looking at the emptiness of inherent existence of the five aggregates also. Then, through the power of the Buddha, the Venerable Shariputra said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, how should a child of the lineage train who wishes to engage in the profound perfection of wisdom? Thus he spoke, and the superior Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, the great being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. Shariputra, whichever son or daughter of the lineage wishes to engage in the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, should look perfectly like this. subsequently looking perfectly and correctly at the emptiness of inherent existence, 5 aggregates also. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, compositional factors in consciousness are empty. Shariputra, like this, all phenomena are empty, without characteristics. That is, they are not produced and do not cease. They have no defilement and no separation from defilement. They have no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, compositional factors, no consciousness. There is no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no object of touch, no mental phenomenon. There is no I element and so forth up to no mind element, up to the no element of mental consciousness. There is no ignorance and no cessation of ignorance and so forth up to no aging and death, and no cessation of aging and death. Likewise, there is no suffering, no origin, no cessation, no path, no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and abide in the perfection of wisdom, and because their minds have no obstructions, they have no fear. Passing utterly beyond error, they attain the final state beyond sorrow. All the Buddhas who reside in the 3 times, by relying upon the perfection of wisdom, become manifest and complete Buddhas in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, and complete enlightenment. Therefore, the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, equal to the unequaled mantra, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering, since it is not false, should be known as the truth. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed. Tayata gate gate pera som gate bodhi soha. Shariputra, this is how a bodhisattva, a great being, should train in the profound perfection of wisdom. Then the Blessed One arose from that concentration and said to the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, well said, O child of lineage, so it is. The profound perfection of wisdom should be practiced exactly as you have taught, and the Tagaras will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, the Venerable Shariputra, the superior Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva, the great being, and the entire assembly, as well as worldly beings, gods, humans, demigods, Gandharvas, and others, were filled with admiration and highly praised what had been spoken by the Blessed One. In the holy supreme abode of the Dakinis, possessed of clairvoyance and miraculous power, unwaveringly caring for practitioners as your children, homage to the host of the 3 places Dakinis, Akasama Rasachata. Tayata om gate perasom gate bodhi soha. Through the power of truth of the exalted 3 jewels speech, may all on the side of negativity, such as the 4 maras, be stopped. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. All enemies, obstructors, and hindrances, shante kurye soha. The 80,000 types of obstructors pacified, free from adverse harmful conditions. May all be conducive and perfect auspiciousness, bring happiness and well-being here, right now. Saji Perki Jushimeta Tramri Rablingji Ni Degempadi Sangye Jingdu Mikte Owa Gidrakona Dag Jingla Chopa Show Jesu Lama Dampa Genam Ichukala Yansetrin Drine Jitar Sam nam niryatayami. Jangde songi chomna la jaju pardu dagdi kepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchu songe drupa sho. Jangde songi chomna la jaju pardu dagdi kepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchu songe drupa sho. Jangde songi chomna la jagju pardu dagdi kepsuchi dagi chonyen gepe sonam ki drola penchu sange drupa sho.
Good morning, everyone. It's very cold. It's very. Yeah. Where cold weather come from? Huh?
From the
No.
north.
No, I'm serious, from here to like Florida, it's like hot, right? Like 78.
It's cold in Florida now too.
Really?
It is. It's in the 50s right now in sections of Florida.
Oh yeah, there's a 50s, there's a cold 50s.
For them it's cold.
Yeah, it's very interesting, right? Like the weather channel going all different directions. Some place also like 6 months no sun. Norway, right? Yeah. Right now in Tibet and in China, India, they're already evening. Yes. Maybe sun just go through there, they come here, they become morning. I don't know how the science is. They're just walking around like this. Like this. Anyway, very interesting, right? Dende. Dependent rising. All the cause conditions come together, then all things just going to change, right? Like weather change, like temperature change. It's like cause conditions. No one did that. Just slowly. When there are cause conditions, they come in, they just everything change. I think same as our life. Sometimes we are very happy, it's perfect, everything. Perfect. But sometimes just everything go down. Therefore, Buddhism describes for everything to impermanent. We can, put everywhere here. Happy, sad, friend, enemy, it's nothing to exist like inherently. Nothing very stable. Nothing is stable. Like always up, down. Then we think another, how they come, always. I'm thinking like that, the tree is always same like that. The house is always like same. We just think that way. I can see my friend always like same person. I can see, he not getting old, not young, like same. But we don't really see. When you don't see one person 5 years, then the big change. Wow. Usually we see things, we couldn't see the change. Usually the change is at the moment, seems the time. Tick, like that. We call year, then years a month, then day, then hour, then second. What's after second?
Millisecond.
What's millisecond? After millisecond?
It's really small.
Microsecond. After that? After that? How short time microsecond? How short? Karo, how short?
Microsecond? A million in 1 second. A million times a million in 1 second.
Karo. Million times.
Actually, trillion. Yeah, 1 trillion in 1 second.
Anyway, I don't know how that's called this. It's very more complex. But Tibetan Buddhism also, they, count the time. Also we count the atoms. Atoms? It's the atoms, right? When we see, maybe here, everything is very clean, but when you put something, maybe tissue paper, when you put it in the sun, there's some dust. What do you call this? Particles? Yeah. This is not small one, we call that gold, small. The small one, they cannot, they're also different, how they different castes, they different belief. In the east, west, we say, which one east, which one north. Sometimes they cannot touch each other. East cannot touch west, west cannot touch east. Like this, Abhidhamma Kosha, they explain very detailed thought how to exist the atoms. Like this is like really Buddhism science. Then Buddha's time, they're not microscope. They don't have any cameras, they don't have numbers. But they check how the gross atoms come up. Like that way. Anyway, if you think about that way, all things like dependence or cause conditions, everything just change round like always. Therefore, they say, what if we know that what can benefit for us? For our daily life also always change. When one day you are very happy, one day you very get mad, one day your things doing very successful, you're very happy, but another day not. It makes for us to very, frustrated, how it goes? Frustrated, how is it? Frustrated, starts for us. If you really understand the reality, the impermanent and cause condition, then even that happens, it's not a surprise. Because it is the reality. Nothing happened, without cause condition. Therefore, Buddhism, there are so many also like religion ways. All the religions like explain to like some way, must, say Buddhism say also, realization Buddha or like that. This is like a religion way. It's good, but another religion say, okay, God, create for all of us. Like if you faith God, you will go to the heaven. Like those religions way. Like one part of Buddhism ways, it's not really talk about religion. It's talk about reality. If you really understand the reality, we have to understand accept or no, or religion or non-religion, doesn't matter. Reality is a reality. We cannot fix, we cannot change it like that. Therefore, in the Buddhism science and the Buddhism view is, it's really fix our daily mental activities. Because it's talk about reality. If we understand the reality, it fixes the problem, or we can do things better. Like we say, science, develop the science, makes things to better. Because they describe reality It's not just something behind here. They just talk about only what they see, what they find. Of course they mistake. Like that. Like right now, science, we say science. Everyone is very surprised. But the science is the people or human knowledge. They're the credit. Who create the science? The person. It's not they come out that. Right? The number 0. Number 0 is very important, right? It's true? Yeah, number 0, I heard number 0. Without 0, we cannot do anything. Yeah. Therefore, science they, describe for reality, phenomenal things. Then everyone accept that. Like same, Buddhism also describe reality of the mind. The one debate between Buddhism and science. It's also a lot of science also right now, checking, investigation about Buddhism idea, but still there big gap is the mind. About Buddhism explain about mind. Different or separate, what's that? Level brain. It's very hard to bring. For me, it's very hard to say brain. Brain. Who's the English teacher here? You're a teacher. How you say? Brain. 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 Yeah, I know. You have to English it out here, so your mouth has something. Brain. Brain. That. It's very funny that you really think about something. We are like human beings, look same, but from here all different kinds languages come. It's very funny, right? You really don't think it's, this is Tibetan, this is Chinese, this is Mexican, this is French, this is English. Yeah, that. But what change? What kind of mission in there here? Right? Even one person speaks a couple languages. How you change your tongue? This is really science, right? I don't know how they change it, but this is knowledge. Buddhism said this is knowledge. Because you know how to say that way. It's knowledge. Therefore, even anyway, the Buddhism and science between in the spirit still there big gap. And the Buddhism is mind is not brain is not mind. We put complete different. We say mind is not person, the person is not mind. We also complete different. For us, like we have person, my mind, my brain. We put 3 ways. Therefore, now what we understand, physical things, the science, doctors, they can fix, they can check up, they can cut up, they can put things back. But mental issues, the doctors also cannot fix. Where they fix, they just only give shut down all the channels, the medicine. Right? This is the give. Yeah. Because they don't see the mind is different than to brain. I always explain, maybe you heard 100 times, but the light and electric is different or same? Okay, this is what? This is light? Okay, what's electric? Yeah, the energy, right? Something energy. Therefore, the light is not electric. Electric is not light. Also, the electric is not wire. Wire is not electric. Do you understand that? Same, I think this is very similar like that way. In order to come up with the light, we need to wire. If the wire have some small problem, then the light cannot come. Even energy just stop that way. Therefore, Buddhism always said that brain in here, the piece meat, is a piece meat. In that, so many small winds, where's the winds? Winds.
It's like brain, but banging.
Brain, vein. Okay, there are so many small veins. Each veins inside also wind. You know, I have one joke. When Tibetans come to India, but they don't speak Hindi language, they go to restaurant, then they want to eat the goat, goat meat. What they say? Ba 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 ba. They go to restaurant, they order food, they don't know, they like this, ba 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 ba. Ba, they show like that. Same as my English, like. There one, they say, no English people here, no Indians. They're called bread, one bread, on the bomb bread. It's shaped like a train, train, M-truck. You have train, like one, loaf of bread. They don't know how to say that. They want the bread, they say, woo! They just show that. They just show that, how they go out there. But they got food. Yeah. It is when Tibetans come to India, they only know the, because only I know the sky and earth. They don't speak any language. Same come here. When they come here, and then like 90s, the lot of Tibetan families also they adopt the Western families. Like Western, you guys, Western people not eat like some same as like Tibetan style. You guys eat the cold food. The Tibetans cannot eat that. When what they do, they go to the grocery, they buy the bread, then they keep it under the bed. When the sponsor go back, they just eat that. They cannot swallow, the cold stuff, salad things. Yeah. I see they are also very, talk about difficult situation. Also, Tibetans eat a lot. They want to eat a lot of food. Like Westerns doesn't eat much, right? And therefore, it's different. I don't know why I have to talk about that. It's my English. Therefore, if you think about that way, mind and brain and the person, you can think, it's possible it's different. If we say it's different, it will be not easy to understand, but you think about like example, like electric, something to say. Like my eyeball, how you call this eyeball? It's like the light ball, there, how you say? Yeah, light ball. If broken this, then also I cannot see because the light bulb is broken. Still I have the how you call it? The electricity come until here, also wires here, but light bulb's gone, like that. Even sometimes our light eyeballs completely fine, look like we don't see any problems. But in that, some nerves broken because then the mind cannot come through. They stop that. Anyway, therefore, now Buddhism says very important to understand the reality, especially cause, condition, dependent rise. If you really understand those things, maybe we say everyone say yes, everything is impermanent, everything is dependent. Yes, we say that, but we don't have certainty. when you have certainty, then it really helps for daily life. Okay? Like that. Okay, I would like to do a little bit meditation, okay? It's Buddhism way, okay? It's also good for you, more, even, His Holiness Dalai Lama, very serious. And the moment you die, your positive thought in your mind, even how you bad person, you didn't go to hell and then in the next life. Therefore, we need to try to more connection with Buddha. Therefore, just maybe 3-4 times, just very deep breathing. When you breathe in, just they go to like all your lung, just whole your body, just very deep. Couple more times breathe in and out, okay? It's because it makes you calm down your mind. Better to also you close your eyes, otherwise what do you see, your mind go that way. Now, front of you, as you see the Buddha's image, you can, Buddha Shakyamuni, our Lakutishawara, Lama Tsongkhapa, Guru Rinpoche, whatever you more come, familiarize, you can visualization from you. Around there also all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all the holy beings, like same as like hundreds, thousands monks from you. It's not the solid statues. Think about real living Buddha. Then you're looking for blessing. Or you feel you're going to ask a blessing in your mind. And the moment you say, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, blessing for you, blessing come from their heart, the 5 different colors, white, red, yellow, green, like light, hit your body. Then when you hit your body, inside, outside, your all emotions, negative thoughts, negative karmas, like wash out. Same as when we take shower, we do a lot of soup. When you turn on the water, they wash down like that. Also you feel to like all my negative thoughts, emotions go away, come out of my body and mind. Go under the ground. Under the ground also we call Yama, who harms for our life. To open the mouth, all our negative actions, emotions, wash, go into his mouth. Also he's close his mouth, go away. And again, another blessing light come from Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, same as it you. It makes you warm, peace, relax. Like whole your body become like white, very light. There's no pain, there's no complaint. Soft visualization of your body and mind is very relaxed, very calm. Try to feel like that at the moment. you have some good feeling, share to your all neighbors, all mother sentient beings. If you have sad feeling, you think about, I hope anyone else like that kind of sad feeling. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, 아니, that enjoyment. Okay, do a little bit meditation for every day, much you can. Okay, there are also so many different ways to meditation, but this is a very simple way. You know, then any temanja shite. 나도 공부하는 고추 켈레로 말로 냠렘바이나 마이나 아니 거 샘나 펜보쇼서 봐.
So especially if you meditate on the four close placement mindfulnesses, then it's very useful. Whether you are Buddhist or not doesn't matter. Whether you believe in Buddhism or not, if you do that meditation, it's very helpful for your mind.
제자 시단기 따뜻상아서 아니 요가 등에다 한 넘버 때려도 왔다네 mindfulness 시다다
So this method of meditation on the mindfulness, using the four close placements, is done in combination with the yoga, like physical exercise, and that become very popular nowadays in this world, right?
제자 때고 따다지 남백인데 시자원 시대 요가 밀까 마시다 간다라 다 남백에 템반지야 시세대 리 아니 좋아 샘 아니 다 주세.
So I don't know about the same the subject that is being discussed, while meditating on the four close placement meditation on mindfulness. But what is explained in Buddhism is just being focused, on these four objects, like one is your mind, your feeling, your body, and the phenomena around you.
But tambo ngazo gomje bakalachi tangazo sembashara meto 되게 아니 지금 운종거 go yamani tachi gombayna and that's somebody malelo用过啥的
So first, is just focus on your mind, or bring your mind to one place. Right? When your mind is all over the place, try to bring it to one place by focusing on your breath. So we do it, do a meditation on a breath. Just focus on a breath. So we call it 9-round breathing meditation, or you can do more than that also. So that's to bring your mind, focused on one object.
And then sometimes da shadang gom dewe kalaya le tambo walaya ani chilo datre mako go yortende janazo amjona jayadre dos tende jamna gom yana pengbo yore.
And especially for beginners, who are not used to meditation, or who are not able to focus on an object properly or easily, it is good to not have the sound distraction. So for that, if you want to put on a earmuff or what do you call that, earplug or sound blocker, like those things, you can use those, to not get distracted. So whatever the objects our mind, like especially the 5 sense consciousnesses meet with, it goes towards that. So this mind goes towards that object. So to stop, the eye consciousness following its object, you can just close your eyes, right? Easy. If you close your eyes, you don't see the object, then your eye consciousness doesn't follow that, and your mind doesn't think about that object. And the smell, it has to be very close. Right? If it's not close enough, you don't get smell. So you don't get so much distraction from the smell either. But from the sound, you can hear, even from very, very far away, you can hear the sound very easily, so you get more distraction from the sound. And then the body consciousness, of course, it has to come in contact with the body. Without that, it will not be able to cognize its object. And then also, if you have a cold like I do today, then you will not feel any smells. So first you have to close the door of these 5 sense consciousnesses. Once you have done that, then you'll be able to close the door of the mental consciousness. So even if we close our eyes, put something to block our ears and everything like that, but still if your mind is going around, you can still go around, right? Oh, I did this yesterday, I'm going to do this tomorrow, and he said this, she said that. That thought can go on and on for a long time. And so therefore, in order to bring our mind to one place or to calm it down, then you first meditate on your breath. And then after that, then you can run through the whole part of your body, from the top of the head and all the way down to the tip of the toe. You can think about all the part of the body, what's happening. And then think about the body first, right? The body part, and then after that, think about the nature of the body. What is its nature? The nature of being impermanence, right? And the nature of having the suffering, and the nature of being empty, of existing from its own side, and so forth. So think about its natures. And then after having done that, through that, and by doing that, you will get some kind of feeling, like feeling of happiness or sadness or neutral. And then whatever the feeling arises, don't try to stop it, but just pay attention to that feeling, and then really keep your mind on that for as long as you can. So then that way you can use that feeling as an object of your meditation. So like for example, if there is somebody that you really like so much, or someone that you really hate so much, then that person, no matter what you do, it will come in your mind, right? Even if you lie down or walk or whatever you're doing, that person will come. Even if you don't want to think about that person, you will think about that person. And so instead of trying to stop thinking about that person, if you look at that person and think about its nature, so what is it doing? If you just look at it as if you're watching a spectacles, some kind of interesting show like that, and if you think like that, then that will just disappear. When you try to catch it, it will disappear. So, usually when we meditate, I'm going to not think about this. You shouldn't do that. So if you don't think, usually you're not going to think about it, you'll be thinking about it. But if you look at it, with your mindfulness introspection, and say, oh, what is it doing? Where is it going? Like that, then it will disappear. And so just like that, whatever feeling of happiness or sadness you have, instead of trying to stop it or block it, just keep your mind on top of it and then think about it, then it will disappear.
도지지 곰다 저한테 직 따들어. 소소 냠뇨. 그냥 간주고 냠뇨 사 맡아와 옛날 빼잖아 여와 하거든 간주 선택만 와.
And so you try like that, try to see it that way. Does it really work or not? It is not useful just to know about it, or just to see it in the text, or know about it is not useful if you don't experience it yourself.
제단 간주 빼나 참배 만들거나 참배 매 되게 참발에 팽여와 하거와치. 녀여와치 조제가 여와이나야. 대 미자 가나 말로 미자 마다나 그 참바도 팽면 와.
So just like when you know you have a cold and you know you can buy a medicine and you have the medicine on top of your table, but if you don't swallow it or put it in your mouth, it will not help you.
Okay. 가들 두 전에 소화간이나 대가라 간나 섬다나 대와이나 간지 심축 대와도 콜라노 그래.
So anyway, whatever feeling that you're having, if you just keep your mind on top of that, the thought will disappear.
야 소화간가면 소화디가 라지 가래 옌바 아니 조용 오 가래 옌바 도지 어섬 다요.
And you can also think about the feeling that you're having. What's the nature of that feeling? What's the entity, of that feeling?
제가 다 가지고 가르는 리터만 전도서 와 아니 소화트만 전도서 와.
And so we went through the body, also mindfulness on a body, right? Mindfulness on the feeling.
아니 되는 가도 추트만 제선도서 다 셋단긴 담블리가야 세건 뭔가도 저라와 강아지 소주고 내쪽 그래서 가래 바 대콜라 등 내체의 가래 바 대섬당 거.
Then the close placement on the mindfulness on phenomena. The phenomena, like I said, things around us, like the environment, the hills, the mountains, the meadows, the trees, and all these things. Any of these objects you can think about, right? And think about its nature. What is it? Is it impermanent? What is it? Like its nature.
대 내체 라이데 아니 고 그러나 나와나지 마트바 임바 소소 싸만지 마이바 티그네도 다 하고 고.
And so here, when we talk about the nature, it's talking about its reality. What's the nature of these things? How they don't exist in a way they appear to us. How they don't exist in a way, in a way we think about it. So how it doesn't exist in that way.
Okay. 도지 대설마 따와니 아니 텔라 고와니나 텔라 고와니비가 로 다랑 셈 텔라 설마 따와라 아니 셈트만이 자스 아니 텔라 다메 토베 로 마타베 토벨로 토니 토벨로 랍초요레스.
Then thinking about that, when you come to understand its nature, how it is impermanent or how it is empty of existence from its own side, understand that, and then you keep your mind on that, and that's called the close placement of mindfulness on your mind.
아니 텐디그 셈들라 곰나다 코치 텔 곰발라 때네 소수고 리다 셈니가라 미세가 초와다 레고서라 같아.
And so by meditating on that object, again and again, through that meditation, you get some kind of a feeling in your body and mind.
다나가도 곰년 초와다 켈랭도 해줘서 미세치 초와랭도 해.
So do you get some feeling in your body? I mean, in your body or mind when you do meditation right now?
또 비문하기도 왔어. 비문하기도 해.
Or you get like feeling of pain in your knees?
어제 간들 두지 곰자와 옛나 땡땡이 용화토 그래. 곰 맞잖아 용화토고 말이야.
So that feeling of ecstasy, the feeling of bliss and ecstasy, you get in your body and mind through completion or fulfilling the meditation, and that's kind of feeling we're talking about.
제자 오두 지금 곰자는다 전반적으로 곰자와는 그 추단 데만데 계셔 말했지. 그 관계를 잡죠 그랬어.
And so in this way, when you meditate on the four close placement of mindfulness, then it doesn't matter, whether you believe in religion or not. It doesn't have to be related with the religion. Anybody can do that meditation.
다 나지게 다 가나서로 팬도가 가려졌네. 샤바고메 요래 이제고메래 샹초sem고메래 대야 추켈레만에 강게 제조 그랬어.
And then also, like the other good thing about meditation is, or thing about it is loving kindness, compassion, like altruism. These things also can be done by anybody, whether they believe in religion or not.
Okay. 배자 아니 정고름 제가는 송거래 아니 샤바다 이제 샹접선데 출루바 주보고 잘라인 바나 뒷뱀도 자추주래서.
So His Holiness, the Lama always used to say that if the if the loving kindness, compassion, and altruism are only possession of the believer of the religion, then it's a very small property.
제 장합에나 마이 째와서 다 루마들 마이 째와 샤라샤라 또 라이면 도스 마이 째베게 셈세데 쇼지 니바치 모이서
So affectionate love, the affectionate love, and that comes from especially from a mother. But maybe in this country you don't talk much about that, right? But here, usually, when we talk about the affectionate love coming from mother, it's very, very powerful.
제가 빼나 마더 분위기 봐라 샤다근 저와요 와인자 아니 간들 간주 민통 마더원 대시 잡 마더원 그 냠뇨랑 같은 시험도 되게 그 초와 요소라 봤어.
And so because there is the bond between mother and child of this blood and flesh, therefore they have very strong connection, very strong feeling that mother gets, unexplainable feeling that mother gets towards her child.
된지기 초와데 아니 다 초와랑 연거도 빼나 다 대상 다 드리베 캔을 로치기 그랬어. 아니 빼나 보고데参오셔와라 아메 고마데 계셔 버려셔스. 너무 바라도 대트야요 말했어. 뭐 가서도 다 대상 다 아메 고마데 계셔 버려서 엘라 이거도.
So that between the bond or the connection between the child and mother is very strong. That now the thinking that like you have to feed, the breastfeed the child is better, for the child, and that's what it was said. But scientists, they didn't believe that. They even came up with all these formulas to take the place of the mother's, the breast milk, and so many people went that way. But then now they're coming to believe that it is really true that, for baby it's better, to breastfeed.
배차셔나 르만들이야 강에다 밤에 바른 레와셔나 레그미도 왔어. 배나 아메가 가지 저와셔나 부가 가지 아마 저와대 레그미도.
And so here in this country, many people don't understand the affection of the mothers, right? Mother's affection. And even if mother has so much affection towards the child, but the child doesn't get it, doesn't feel it.
다들 가는지도 잘 남도 에시아에나 그냥 파마서도 슈티그레스.
So why did it happen like that here? Like in Asia, right? There has so much respect, regarding towards the parents, right? Mothers and fathers.
제장 가르에서나 배나 다 디상 이시아 다 하고 예멜루소이 배나 아마라 보고 제와이나 아니 보고데 로칭이 아마님도 잘 돼야 돼 간지.
So nowadays maybe it's different, a little bit influenced by Westerns. But in ancient time, or many years ago before in Asia, when the child is born, the child sticks with mother's body, like at least for a year. They're like sticking with each other.
배나 내 아마라 보고 줘.
So Geshe-la's mother had 10 children.
내가 뭘로 주십시오 건 정월다. 다 보고 십시나 십시니 정월.
And then she passed away when she was about 40 or 41 years old.
제가 보고 담은 거저다 파시다 뉴시도 원 것도 이러와.
Maybe it must started to have child when she was like in her 20s, right?
다 대나진 내나지요 말다지 다 보고도 간지 보고 제외 갈아야 담아지 가 되기도 아무 뭐라 주보 제 뭐라 로보 뭐라 제 로보 지 수치요 말이 되지 제게 그래.
So Geshe-la said one time he remembered, she gave birth by herself, and there was nobody to help her. She
다 소소 제
Tsongkhapa.
소소 신고라고 더 제 가와제 포기내요 그랬어.
Geshe-la told me this story before.
Yeah.
That was more interesting than they told me now. He said he was looking at his mother, and she just went down to the river, and then he was like, where did mother go? And then after some time, she came with a baby. So that's how it was in Tibet before.
근데 마모래.
He didn't even know that she was pregnant. He didn't even know that she was going there to give a childbirth. He just said, where's mother going? And then she went down there, and when she came back with a baby.
It really happened. 제가 다 보고 줘요래. 보고 관계 바지 보고 아메 오만는 게 바지 보고 쓰면 요요 말 거디나. 그리고 제정시 안 들어.
So like there is so this is one child after another, almost like every year, right? So there's one child, she's breastfeeding, and there's another second child Now there's two children, like she's breastfeeding to two children at the same time.
제가 드림마다 안에 지금 보고 순금에는 이제 같이 파말라 빼다 대변으로 올라왔어. 아니 파말라 슈 때워져 판매가 녀다 땅을 가리면 가리 지어와 있나야. 보기 샘라야 전에 지가로 포도 놓치는 요 말했어.
So because of that kind of affection from mother, the child feels very close to the mother and respects and regards the mother very strongly. And therefore, even if the mother beats the child or say bad word to the child, whatever she does, he doesn't feel offended. He feels okay. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." He even says sorry, for her beating to him, like that.
제가 룩사테 콜 룩서만다 와라. 다 간터를 가르드나 부고 전화도 단다 책제다. 부고 춘주 맞게요. 맞아와 맘 된 사바다야. 아메 방공걸 샤바다 미신바가 방고자 부 소카갈래요 그랬어.
So like even nowadays, you see that, right? Even if the child, like you do a C-section, right? And then soon after the child is born, and then if you place it on mother's chest, the child will be more calm, more peaceful.
가르나 부고도 하고 마다 아마 순신 신경 말다.
So, the child doesn't know that's his mother, right? His mother doesn't know who the other persons are and who is his mother. He doesn't know, but when he's placed on her chest, he feels very calm and safe.
아메게 때와데 부고라다 자대요. 자대요다 부기도 투고요다.
So that's because of her affection that she has towards the child. Therefore, the child can feel that too.
제대 전화도 따지다 단다 아마라 나다 부모지 빙능 차이나. 다뭐 빙능 차이가 좋아서 내가 말했어. 그지나 고 나사 당강을. 다고 반라고 이제 부디 빠진 돈나 아메게 셈코랑 냠말에 자자 돈제 텔라 제가 슈체 차.
So like, a lady, when she becomes pregnant, she has this feeling, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, maybe she feels very happy, or not much, nothing. But then when she goes to do like what do you call the ultrasound, and then after that she sees the picture of the baby there, her feeling or affection towards the child is like 1,000 times more now. Just by seeing the picture inside.
니만 가지고 배에 딱 아시로서나 그 보고 맞아봐도 가리 수지 갖고 말고.
In the ancient time, maybe Hindu, especially in Asia, nobody knows what the child is or what is happening inside there, whether the child is developing properly or not, whether it's a male or female, nobody knows, right? So until the baby is born.
제가 다 간단히 되려고 하다 간지 밤에 그 뿌골라테 제와 나진 감도 샘지 참아를 지제도 와이나 아니 수술을 슈팽 것으로 봤어.
So just kind of like that. Anyway, so what I'm trying to get to is here, like that kind of affection and love, that like mother has towards a child. If you can have towards all sentient beings, that will be very helpful to your mother.
배신한 감도 삼점다 지나서 보기 보면 지나서 수수 뿌골라 콘로 사와다 머신밥 콘로 사와 저기도 했어.
So for example, like if you have a child, right? If you have a child, and when you get angry towards a child, and they're getting angry towards other people, is it the same kind of anger?
It's different, right? 뿌골라 콘로 사와데 뿌고데 약보여고 수수고 끊어 콘로 제외 끊어놓는 거야도 준다고 말했어.
So the reason you get angry towards your child is for the welfare of the child, right? Thinking about the child, so the child to be better. That's why you get angry, towards the child. So it's very different, from getting angry towards other people.
다 나지가 뿌이 체대야. 나도 밤에 가세는 깔려 자도 왔어. 저도 자도요. 나 밤에. 뿌이 체대 깔리 가세는 자도 와.
And also like that, the mother, doesn't get any, like, tired or sad for working for the child. They can work so much harder, right? They can work so hard for the sake of the child.
간지 될 때는 간도 딱 깔리 가와도 예상치야 요 말 간지. 깔리 들이 깔려잖아. 산에 다 알아 속으로 듣고 이인바 수수 월렌트치 속으로.
So you never get tired of doing things for your child. Right? Even if you do the whole thing today, you get so tired, but tomorrow same thing you do it again for your child. Voluntarily.
그런 거나 써봐야 돼. 내가 가는 제도 그래. 되게 내가 집에 되게 수술해야 가로 지 부수 도보다 다치 대오시라 작은 말 왔어.
So that's because of the love, affection and love that mother has to her child. Therefore, no matter how hard it is, she doesn't feel that difficulties. So she can work so much harder, and doesn't even she gets so tired. It doesn't bother her so much because of her affection and love towards the child.
제가 몇 신발을 가도 그러던 작은 말이야. 그러나 대끌로 콜라야. 마가베 남주들 레사반다. 끌로 만들어서 그 되게 수수 쌤나 들어가서 강연 treatise.
But that kind of thing we can't do for other people, right? After doing some things for someone, then you get tired of doing that. So then you will stop it, and you can even get angry or mad towards that person. How much I have to do that this person like that? But towards child, the mother doesn't get like that.
제가 안주 질러야 아니 수수 그나 아마 부글라 제반 나오지 심지 정말 제도와나 아니 당가도 간지 가루야 냠내야 랩도요.
And so that is the kind of affection and love that we should develop, towards all sentient beings, just like a mother having a child towards a child, we have towards all sentient beings. Then you can say you have reached a pretty high level of practice.
디나네 같은도 가 밀렛 남주터 밀렛을 때고 거서 나도 쳐도 샤도 시고도 두슬랑 가도 때 오세요래.
And I'm thinking like normally we should have that kind of an affection and love towards people, towards the people. Towards the like animals, it's easy to have maybe. They're helpless, right? So you can easily have that kind of love, affection towards them. But I think it's more difficult to have towards people.
디나네 미타리 몸만 비 남주 소소 로로 대로 두슬 제고도.
And especially towards the people who are close, around you, not to the people who are far away. You see somebody being injured in the news and something like that. Then you say, oh, bad. Not like that, but somebody very close to you.
로 가르나 가디나 시기 자마 자가를 간도 냠도 노딩이 또 짜고요. 다른 뭐 짜고요 말아.
So who push your button? It's not people from the far away who are nearby you.
아니 간도야 받쳐도 버튼을 짜고요.
We do the same thing towards them. We press their button.
다들 가르치는데 대가 위에 내서 리얼리티 등 간도 하고 도와이나 아니 간도 가래 간지 콘트로 마사윈 사윈 삼로 떼와 되는 거래서.
So yeah, if we understand that reality, and then if you think in that way, then you'll have love towards them instead of hate.
근데 저나도 버튼 내면 시계야 돼. 조금 묻혀가지고 버튼 내면 시계야.
Do you like press each other's button among your friends, among your spouse, like husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriends?
제가 대치에 갈라 담보 끊어요 말다. 담봉에 콜라 데리고 코노라고 좀 끊어주네 요 말이었어.
So yeah, at the beginning you don't have that motivation, right? You don't say, oh, I'm going to make her angry today, like that. You don't think like that.
그리고 데링가 콜노 찍고서 가서 끊어주네 요 말이야.
You don't have that motivation at the beginning. It just whatever you do, that action becomes like that.
제가 간도를 매원지 콜라 요 말. 파주 투쟁에 달라 요 말이었어.
So just like you don't have that intention, the other person doesn't have the intention either.
다 티가든 가도 이제 검토나 아니 다 이제 코라이나 모라이나 야 다까지 미시 몸배 말이배 왕데 전에 용거요와 간지 밑에다 티지 콘도니 아니 시원이 카라서 잡아나 하는 감도처럼 강이 총으로.
So we usually get angry, because we think that person did it intentionally. No, it didn't do intention. Just like you didn't do intentionally, the other person didn't do it intentionally either. So when you understand that, then you will say, oh yeah, that's she's ignorant. She didn't know about that. She just did it without intention, like that. So when you understand the nature, of the person and yourself, and then your anger towards her will just subside.
제가 찍지나 아니 지 나도 좀 참아 삼수 집어 말어 왔어. 삼수 집어 마인자 아니 그냥 내가 집어 용 말어 왔어. 되게 내서 생각도 하고 그래. 캐내제고 있다. 액셉트하고 있다.
And also the reality about how all people are different, right? We each have different interests, different desire, different wishes. So just like we wish in this way doesn't mean that other person wishes in that way too, right? So their wishes in different way, and we don't wish in a way same way as they do, and they don't wish in the same way as we do, right? So that we have to understand that also.
제가 남주 철학에서 조보 조모 정도서 맨날 테마직 저금 도근데 왜 되니 직직 따세시더라. 담보니 비지 라바다 대 말이 갑자기 마셔지.
So yeah, try to think in that way, towards your partners, your friends, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your husband, wife. And don't come to the conclusion immediately. Think, oh yeah, exactly. What she did. What she did is, is intentionally done, and it was completely wrong like that. Don't come to that conclusion right away.
나도 주도인지 답시 주도제라 내가 한다고 그랬다. 내가 손에 가로서야 지금 내서 나무라 삼도 되게 내서 나는 기야 용 거였어. 아니 소소 아니 뇨라 시대데 소소 남주 족보다 시대 그랬어.
So instead, think from think about the other person just like you will think, because so many times it depends on other conditions, right? That causes what condition caused that, because many of us we will go to work and then we bring our frustrations from work into home also, right? Sometimes, and then because of that we could be getting angry, or the other person can be getting angry because of that.
제가 안주 텐디게 의원에서 다 학코네 대 켈레제 더와이나 나도 보고 주주지가 노르지는 것도 코로사가 말이야. 대대 찍바이 그래서.
So if we understand that and accept it, then we will not become angry towards us. Just like when the child does something, we know it's just a child doesn't know anything, therefore it did it mistakenly. When we think like that, we don't get angry towards child. Just like that, if we think same way towards other person, then we will not get angry towards them.
Example, 2 years children here, they pee here. We just, they pee here, right? We know very serious. So, yeah, they pee, what's the mother's there? We just like that, we don't anger that. Now maybe Mark will come here, he pee here. Right? Everyone says, what's going on, man? 가르쳐나 간저 아니 가로 콜 따다도 뿌고 따다 가자도 그렇지. 뿌고도 신경 말 사람 되게로 대가도 캔해요. 콜때 캔는데 매다 것도 코노 사게로.
Because we know Michael knows he's not supposed to do that. So when he does that, we get angry immediately, But we know the child doesn't know it, So therefore, we don't get angry.
제대로 된 간도 캔래 말이 시원 되게 되죠.
So how we accept, right? It depends on how we accept, the person. We accept the person as not knowing, or we accept the person as knowing and understanding and doing it intentionally.
제가 두지는 삼점처럼도 당분간으로 주주들의 직제 아니 대리 찐거 갑자기 하더나 아니 산이 지금 많이지 니마 자드나 간두지 뇨모 자 갑자기 알아봐 아니 로치라서 뇨모 숨자 갑자기 아니 빼주주잖아 그래.
So like that, if you think in that way, then you don't get angry. So now you have defeated your anger, right? So you do that one day, and then you do like that for 1 month, then you have defeated the anger for 30 days. You do that for 1 year, and you have defeated your anger, for 365 days. And that way, the anger becomes much, much smaller. And then one day it will just disappear. There will be no anger at all.
제가 대지만 내차 세당 공조 또 참아도 배트자여와.
So that's the example with the anger, right? But same with the the attachment, right? With attachment, or miserliness, or jealousy, pride, everything.
제가 등동가서 따뜻한 주지 이제 와라 그래. 따뜻한 주지 이제 와라 그래.
So they all change, from the way we look at it, from just simply by looking at it in a different ways.
I have very bad thought maybe. 배차샤와나. 근데 부지 부모들라 또 당모도네 선바 쇼요이나 타니오 투메가지 피게다 선바 쇼쇼와나 피게 투이 갈라야 피디 가나나 좀 두바이카나 되게 잡아다 라는 그랬어. 니마 따다니죠 라는 그랬어.
So like say a girl is very attracted to a guy, right? She sees the guy over there very handsome, well built, and so it's like she's very attached to him, right? And then she's very attached to him. The moment he comes closer to her, and then if a bad smell comes from his mouth, what will happen? The attachment will be gone.
Go away.
So the way it look at, right? The way you the way you look at it.
제대로 강가 찍버렸어. 당한도 잘라지 가거든. 다 대링하도 변나 iPhone 11 미사마. iPhone 11 it's already come, right? iPhone 11 it's already come, right? 다 참아 방아리들 사 미치게 되니까 다때 야고문도 산지나라 야고문도 지지 쫀들한다 미참에 되게 잡아놨어요.
So people line up, to buy it in the shops, right? But and then if the next day if somebody, in the news, says, oh, it has this is false, it's not good, then everybody will again have lost their interest or attachment towards the.
세상 가지고 something then battery 코 냄당을 해도.
So it depends on what we hear, see, and how we think, about the things. It makes difference with that.
제가단 늦어 되된 것도 니리니리가 수수고 초하다 저래요와 something요와. 지 로섬라 곰자 쇼 지진 내 쇼지 자와제 쇼 잡으시들 기사 말했어. 아니 니들이 수수 소화당하셔요. 깔레시라 매와된도 와.
So it's not it's all in your mind, how you think about it, right? It's not really from the object side. If it's already from the object side, then it shouldn't make no differences, no matter what others says and so forth. So this is something that we can think about all the time, right? So it's not saying this is the practice we should engage in. It's not saying that you should meditate like throughout day and night, or meditate for 365 days a year, or you go into the monastery, shave your head, or go into a mountain, go into isolation and just meditate there. It's not like that. It's not talking about that. It's just talking about something that we think in our day-to-day life.
대래 두 시간도 샘 코나가 난게 지가로 왔다 너 지가는 트레마는 너 지금 트레와 있나 아니 강갔답도 차로 살이.
And so if we just meet with the right thought, then it becomes very easy to deal with.
What do you think? Is it like true? Therefore, 들리다 간도 가르친다. 삼삼 로종 제제제 대백이 곧 때스 바트기나 아니 주로도 mambal에도 와.
So that's because of not putting in the practice, or not thinking in that way, or not meditating in that way, right? So otherwise, we have studied so much. We study, but then when somebody press your button, then you immediately react with that, and that shows it's no use of having done all those studies.
다 늦은 삼성한테 얘기도 해줘서 그냥 나도 깡이 콘도 사와 진짜 딱 가리 냠내 지나 팽가나서 또 용도 왔어. 가리 팽가나서 딱 가리지 하고 말이야. 매도는 당 고매다 조면 매모 당 고나 갈사고 나지고 두게 돼.
So like you have studied so much, and you don't know which one to put into practice for that particular problem, to solve that problem. So what kind of practice should I do to solve the problem like that? Just like you have some kind of ailment, and you have all these different kind of medicines, but you don't know which one is really helpful for your disease. Just like that, you get confused.
제가 내한테 만트를 내는 것도 로 장고 장고.
So,
so
so once you know the ailment, like a headache, then this is ibuprofen. That's the medicine for the headache. So I'm going to take that. You know that, right, immediately. So before you can apply that, you have to know. So that's why we do the study. So first, before you practice, you study. Once you have known, then you can put it into practice easily.
In India, you go to the store in the hospital. You don't have to get the doctor's prescription. You can just go to the shop. You can ask, I need that medicine. They will give. The monks always take one medicine. We find this is the painkiller. We thought this is very good medicine. All the monks have anything, stomach, headache, the cold, anything. Just go to Baya, give me that medicine. The Baya means the guy. Everyone just monks can their doctor. They just I need that medicine. Well, this is usually painkiller. But the couple hours the pain go. Doesn't matter. One medicine makes to stomach go away, cold go away, any kind of your
any kind of disease you have will be cured by that medicine. So later they found out it was the painkiller.
잠바 포나 갑자고 고는 가리나 멤버 랍초를 난 갑자라. 근데 슈그 멤버들이 가디는 작아서 막 코다가 쳐래. 너도 이게 치거로. 에비디아요. 뒤쳐도 자대가 들어와. 근데 나도 잡사 갑자서 다 차서선데 차로 그래.
So the monks, they think that if you have any disease, you have to be injected. So you have to get a shot. And so they will always ask the doctor to give them injection, but doctor can't give injection for every kind of disease, right? So, but could be helpful, could be harmful, right? So he doesn't know, but then he always gives the IV fluid. He fills the syringe with the IV fluid, and then just gives that, and then they think, okay, they have got the injection now, they'll be better, and they really get better. So it's all in their mind.
So
just the way we think, like makes a big difference, right?
Dewa somdan rangmada ngado pewele na pena mijila ya cancer na sayena memba ga tel lap ko mare namu su tel lap ko mare chana sa dulane 나사도 말아봤지 고매한테 사주니 너무 되더라. 너와 단단 가서 무슨 아마지요. 아마데 캔슬기 나네 루시로 단다 딱딱 로듯이 아메 하고 말 가나요. 부사고 부 몰매 되요래. 옛날야 아메 하고 매 아마 단다 딱딱 로듯이.
So like here, people tell the disease, like especially like the cancer, right? That's like a very terminal disease, So if you have a cancer, then you'll be told you have a cancer, so you have to do this. But in India and Nepal, people don't tell. The doctor doesn't tell. Doctor will tell the relatives. The doctor will tell the relatives, but not to the patient. So your mom has a cancer, and so you should do this for the mom. If the mom knows, she will worry so much. So that's the exactly same kind of thing that's happening here. There's an old Tibetan lady, and she has a cancer, and she doesn't know she had a cancer since like for 4 years already now, and she's like walking around doing all the things. But her children know, and the doctor told the children, and children just give her medicine for cancer medicine, but she doesn't know, and her mind doesn't think about that. She doesn't have that worry, thinking that, oh, I have a cancer, I have a cancer. Yeah, so then she's just walking around doing all the things. She's very happy, healthy, feeling like that. But she has a cancer.
제가 가서 나사 연바는 샘나 치워 쉬려고 왔어. 샘나 치워려 그랬대.
So even if you have a disease, if your mind, think in a different way, it makes a big difference.
근데 샘게 양으로 레와데 샘게 딱으로 레와데 라서 뭐이나 아니 곧 맞답 정도와.
So usually, like when you know, it's, oh, I have a cancer, now I cannot survive, and I'll die, and like that, you're like just you get discouraged. And then you give up.
들이 루소리 야한테 너와나데 조금 더 연락하고도 가지에다 답이 제일 가지.
So here, it's the kind of a rule, is it, in a hospital that you have to tell the patients if they have that kind of disease?
야, 근데자 니만가도 야 자살 사살 잡아지 좀. 근데 잡아대다 내내 칼람 만들어지 칼람 냈다. 다그 수행을 들어가서 말다. 코로나게 땅아 작을 삼대대 들어. 나와 뭐 아니 다 니마치 죽고서 다처럼 반지 수행을 해와서 말했어. 간지 나도 답시 뭐 제들 라베서 델라와다 고다 고통을했어. 그 섬고 섬대다고. 그
So
작을
there was a monk, who had a digestion problem, and so they had to like feed, like they put a tube there, so the waste from that part, and then they did it, So in his mind, he says, "Oh yeah, I'll get better. So he survived, for many years. He went like that for many years, and then at some point, the other monk friend says, "Oh yeah, so I don't think you will survive anymore because we did all this." And then the moment he heard that, his mind like, oh no, I'm going to die, and and then that night he died. Like that. So your mind, is like, thinking I'm not going to die, so you can survive for a long time.
제장도 샘대 빼 니버치보다 샘대.
So our mind is very, very powerful.
다양하야 좀 심바이스. 양이만 배워지 나대 들어와. 그 나는 메가를 놓지. 시다 가라테 트라지 트레뇨다. 양이만치 나오래. 바지 곱지 고니 고선도. 당한 메가로 매방아 가는 나주 나다 얘기 말해. 아니 딱 거기 갑자기 가지고 바지가 골고서 바지 자오 잡사지. 매마처마다 다 고소 따게 하고 막 해서 당가 캔서 인사리 고소 라고 문도 갔었는데.
So Geshe said he had also the same kind of experience, like maybe in year 92, 93, he was very sick, but they couldn't find out what was the disease that's causing him to unwell. And they gave him so many kind of medicine, many like an IV fluids, maybe over hundreds of bottles of 100 fluid, and the IV fluid, but still, wouldn't get better. So in his mind, he thought, oh, maybe I have a cancer. They're not telling me, but I think I have a cancer.
아니 대대대고 가는 간도 그게 못하네. 나 롱으로서 롱. 아니 야트이노 고 라샤가 투바이고도 꾸셔서 대쇼라 그랬어. 내가 야도 라샤 투바도네 투보고 산이가 싸서 자서.
And then anyway, so no matter what kind of treatment he receives, it doesn't help him. So he went to do a dice divination, like divination. And a monk or a very realized person will throw the dice and then tell you, what is causing it, what would be helpful for you. And so that I said, oh, this was just a lung disease, the wind disease. Yeah. Or you need to have a mutton, like a goat meat soup, soup, from the goat, meat and bones. And then that night, he went back and he asked his friends to make that for him, and he did that. Tomorrow he was completely better.
제가 가지 드네 좀 가자 가다 다 배워대 드네 좀 배워 정도 와 아니 미지가 칸에 캔슬자 특히 된도 와 다코는 당가 캔슬이들이 고송가 개들이라고 코로나 ten에 들어와 다 미션받은 말 제가 라고 요 말들만 그 캐지는 말에 맞지네 그 드나치는 총을서 나자 그 캐서 말되나 그런 거 상관 안 하겠잖아.
And then there was another Tibetan guy. He had some kind of like some kind of disease, but he didn't know what was that, and it wasn't a cancer. And so they went to see the doctor, and they were talking something, and then he heard somebody say the word cancer. He said, "Oh, they're not telling me, but I think I have a cancer." And then he died in 1 week. He didn't have a cancer, but he died in 1 week because his mind was thinking that he has a cancer. He has cancer.
제다 anyway, I'm talking like different directions. Then our mind is very powerful. Therefore, try to make our mental to healthy. Then everything will be even they can fix the physical problems. Like that. Marshall, you have some question? Or you forgot? Oh, they go away. Okay, today is a counter. I think I'm to tam same key, same yachikaro. Subject same rank on some tango myself.
Yeah, so the problem of the mind can be only solved by the problem, nothing else outside.
Okay? Kusaya, Toya, Koya, Tam Nyada Kanga seminar set home.
The problem of the mind cannot be resolved by the food, or by the drink, or by a clothes that you wear, or by the fame and reputation. Nothing can resolve the problem of the mind.
단다 전화선을야 아니 사대 먹어간 롱이들의 US 롱이 빠지 요즘 말이 그래서 여와 매와 있나 다 폐인 롱에서 다 거니 지월에 가서 챙겨 그랬어.
Has anybody here walked on a red carpet? if you haven't, then you think that people who are walking on a red carpet are very, very happy, right? They're so happy, right?
So grateful. All the newspapers come, they all talk about that. Console and ganzole sempre maior.
But they, in fact, they have more mental problem than we do. I mean, suffering.
가르드나 콘조가 들리기 ene tam nyanda de shondo sama 가세요리 다 나래 코탄도 가세요 콘솔라.
So especially they have this the jealousy, right? And like pride and jealousy, all this. It's like always thinking about, oh, maybe somebody will be more famous than me, or maybe I will lose my fame. All this kind of worry, all the time.
다 간존 담블리가 다 월리선 도미고도 간존나 다 뽐보려서 모두 받아고도 끼워라. 콘조야 요로 제대로 나.
And then also all these people in the top, like politicians, like the president, right, or the prime minister, or the president, of the countries, they are like the top, people, and we think they are very, very powerful. They are very happy like that, but they're going crazy in there, right? More than us. So they couldn't give up, and they couldn't keep it. So that's a big problem there.
당고도 세당게라 저보다는 더 왔어요. 양가도 또도 그저 다 코 가세 강에 그 시티 마소베 강에 야 가지 요도 장자래 가지 샘.
And then also the famous singers, we think they're very happy, right? But they have so much problem, right? So much problem of not finding the right producer to produce their songs, or the writers for their songs, or not being able to sell their CDs and all these things. So there's so much problem.
당가도 로카제 페이스북 다 보다 가서 참 할래로 봐. 페이스북 다 버렸어. 페이스북 다 버렸어. 근데 아이폰 송에 들어서 가서 참 할래대로 다 콜다다 가세 깔려. 미녀라세네.
So like the Facebook guy, the guy who invented the Facebook, so at some point he became very famous, very rich, right? We think, oh, he's so happy, so wealthy like that. But now he has so much problem he has, right? He's going through so many problems.
Everyone complain. That's problem. Therefore, I think we are the very simple way. We're not very rich, we're not very famous, we didn't go to red carpet. No so many news cameras in front of us. We are very simple. I think we can console nganzo semba kiwa yore, nganzo ko yang yore, nganzo te sorto mare.
So we are more happier than them, we are more relaxed than them, but we don't feel that, right? We cannot understand. We don't understand that.
제가 okay. Now my conclusion is 가디나 간지 소수고 미체나 게 레비차 강에 받는 것도错过때 인지미错过나도 대남지错过말이야. 레비차.
So anyway, also we should think about the good things that's happening in our life. We don't think about good things. We only think about the bad things. We only complain about life. But also we should rejoice, the good things that we have in our life.
제가 스페셜 단단 강도 참아야 라반지한도 미니지한도 암주니자 고운도 아니 대 명예 가세요.
So just the fact that we have, the both hands, both legs, both eyes and both ears, and all these things, just the fact that we have that much, we should feel happy about that. There's so many people in the world who don't have many of those limbs, right?
제가 남주변에 소소변에 지금 semba 부수 도백깔로야 소소기 지금 메세나 그 레베차 야부차 전소 semba씩 템바잖아 양소소 semba 말을 평일에.
So at the times, when you have a depression, if you think about all these good parts, then your mind will be more relaxed.
Okay? Main things, don't forget your good things. I'm sure all of you have very good things happen. You very good life. Also, you did a lot of good things. Of course, you have also a lot of bad things. A lot of bad things happen, but not only think about bad things. When you have some difficult situation, just remember your good things. But of course, we have to fix the bad things also, but without destroy our mind. Okay? Therefore, 2019 conclusion is we need to keep our mind be calm. Okay? This is the main method. This is how we have to think about. We cannot, Buddha said, I cannot transform my mind for you. Buddha said, I cannot wash your negative karmas, your emotions. I cannot take your sufferings in my hand. Right? It's mental, okay? Physical problems the doctor can take out. The mental problems. And how Buddha help? I show you the reality path. You practice, then you'll be free from. Okay? Like that. Okay, thank you. It's a wonderful. I'm very grateful. I'm too cold here. I'm going to India. India is like 70s, 80s, like I'm going to something like the birds. The weather's cold. They go there. Eh? It's wonderful. It's very nice. We have I think very good things to happen in the 2019. All of you very hardworking. 2020 is coming soon. Whatever you done to 2019, you rejoice. If you have something you mistake also, you say, okay, I'm become better 2020. You can also commandment that. It's all good for our life. Therefore, thank you for everyone to practice, support the center, like that. Then keep you practice much as you can, but don't be too serious. Yes. When they come, weather warm. When weather's warm, I'll come back. No, I'll come back. It's still cold. I'm coming January 13, something 13. Okay? Yeah, January 13.
Yeah, it's still be cold.
Still cold. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Then we stop. Okay.
All right. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Geshe-la. All right, turn to page 39 of the prayer book, please. Saji Peki Jun Shimeta Tramri Rabling Ji Ni cho parsho Jesu lame kuche rapten ching nam katrin le cho turge padang lobzan tempe through me sapsum ki through munzel tatu ne gushi iram guru ratna mandala kam niryataya. From my two collections, vast of space that I have amassed from working with effort at this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose minds' wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. May I find the best of complete graded paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings, with the points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold Buddha's teachings for a very long time. With my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teaching not yet spread or once spread have declined, may I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity and make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every benefit and joy, may Lord Tenzin Gyatso Chenre Zig remain in life till samsara's end. Page 49, short, long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Tup sung chang ching chong kong ke wei, Tenzin jong pe wei kunzo dog port se, chong sung ku wei le mun tu dru, pa da zo do je gundu za ten shou. Your form embodies all Buddhas, your nature is that of Vajradhara. You are the root of the three jewels. Homage to you, O Gurus. In short, I seek your blessings, O Protector, to be cared for by you from birth unremittingly throughout all my lives, and thus to become your chief disciple, holding every secret of your body, speech, and mind. O Protector, please grant it all be auspicious for me to be foremost among your very first circle of disciples, wherever you manifest Buddhahood, so that all my temporal and ultimate wishes without acceptance may be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. In all my lives, never separated from perfect gurus, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the stages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Furthermore, in life after life, may I, pleasing him in return, be forever fostered by an accomplished Mahayana spiritual master, the source of every virtue of this world and beyond. In his care, may I acquire in him a firm, unshakable faith, pleasing him by every means possible, doing nothing even for an instant to disappoint. May my spiritual master impart to me every instruction and every teaching in its entirety. Having understood them faultlessly, may I practice them and be able to bring them to perfection. May I never even for a moment fall under the sway of malevolent teachers, misleading friends. Having developed in every life belief in cause and effect, renunciation, the Bodhi mind, and the pure view, may I embark upon them continually with effortless experience. In every life, may every virtuous act gathered by way of body, speech, and mind be causes solely for the welfare of others and for the purest and highest enlightenment. Page 57, prayers of dedication. God's virtue may I swiftly, having Buddha state, place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious supreme Bodhi mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore. We finish on page 75. Exima. Mimet se wei te chen chen rei zi dream kempe wang po jam pel yang kepe sugen Tsongkhapa lob santra pe jabla so wa de. Thank you, Geshe.